Frogxit has occurred. They're evicted, banished, exiled. In case you've been living under a rock, King Charles evicts Prince Harry and his wife from Frogmore Cottage, a house they literally don't live in. Meghan and Harry were given the Frogmore Cottage eviction just 24 hours after the spare was published. Is this revenge? Has Charles finally grown a backbone? I like this picture because Andrew is also pictured here. Charles is trying to get Andrew to vacate his 30-room estate on 98 carefully manicured acres for which he pays a paltry £250 a week. That's still £1,000 a month, but that's quite a bargain. Andrew has been offered the cursed Frogmore Cottage where deposed former King Edward and his divorcee wife Wallis Simpson are now buried. Andrew may accept this offer to move because it looks like he can no longer afford Royal Lodge as he is no longer a working royal and his yearly stipend of millions of dollars has been discontinued. He has a 75-year lease that stipulates that he will be reimbursed his $8.7 million renovation costs that he put into it. So that should pretty much carry him with the reduced expenses of living at Frogmore. Let's ask the cards, will he accept the deal to move into Frogmore? Harry and Meghan's eviction from Frogmore creates a multiplicity of problems for them. One, they will no longer be domiciled in the UK. No residence. They're not residents. Harry will no longer be eligible to be a Councillor of State. He's not a working royal. They will apparently not be receiving an apology from William, Kate, or Charles before the coronation. Wah! The coronation is 9 weeks away. So many shenanigans from the Sussexes can occur before then, and my cards show Harry attending alone, with Meghan not attending either because of the third pregnancy announcement or a possible miscarriage associated with this pregnancy at age 45. They are now both to be banned from palace and castle grounds without a senior royal escort. Previously, only Meghan was banned and Harry could act as her escort. Harry and Meghan will now lose the right to extra police protection afforded only to working royals while they're in the UK, which they had until this moment. Harry may also have to emigrate to the US and pay USA taxes. I'm sorry, you do not want to do that, Harry. Go back to the Commonwealth lands. Finally, Harry paints Camilla in the Spare, better known as Wah, as an evil, conniving, gold-digging, wicked stepmother. Furthermore, he said Camilla was behind the palace leak of the alleged William Rose Hanbury affair. I think it was Meghan, and that's probably just Meghan throwing shade. Let's take a look and see, was it Camilla or was it Meghan? Literally, the moment that Meghan moved into the palace, it began leaking like a sieve. It was a closed container, a tight ship, until she moved in. Remember how Meghan and Harry were planning to move into a suite of rooms in Kensington Palace next to Will and Kate and the kids? That was scrapped, and they were sent to Frogmore. Lots of ramifications here. Let's take a look.
Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. As always, you can find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Let's get right into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So, how bad is this? I mean, Harry and Meghan are exiled, banished, evicted. I mean, let's just get a general reading on how bad is this for Harry and Meghan. I mean, maybe it's time for Meghan to, she's completely, finally destroyed Harry. It's time for her to move on and find a billionaire. Gordon Getty he's divorced and single. He's 89. Maybe she's just some, she seems to be after him, but the family's trying to block it. So, how bad is this? How bad is it for Harry, and for Harry especially? Progressive. Oh. Oh, yeah. Heart, okay. Man. Interesting cards. So how bad is this? Only there's a man, there's a woman, royal family. Interesting outcome. All right, so this is progressive. I mean, Harry and Meghan just keep attacking and attacking and attacking. Roses crossed by roses. And four-leaf clover, it had to be done now. 7 and 5, 12, 3 spades. So they have such a good situation. The roses, I mean, they're so privileged. They're so wealthy. They have everything, but they just keep attacking. And they're just a problem that Neil needs dealing with. Snake is underlying, a snake lying in the grass, and very decisive. I really admire what Charles did here. I mean, the queen was just a master of chess, and what they would do, what she would always do, is wait for the public, wait for the fullness of judgment to come to pass. And that fullness of judgment was finally the Spare, where he just, it wasn't the Oprah interview. I mean, it's just a progressive thing, step by step by step. And this could also say that the royals are staying on the higher ground step by step. Yeah. But he is such a decisive blow. It really just kicks Harry out of the family. And Meghan is only sort of royal because she's married to Harry. The constant conflict. So there's more conflict in the future. This is the future position. And the decision is to cut them out because of all the problems that they represent. The snake. Heart, this is what's best for everyone. The man, King of Hearts, is an honest man who takes direct action. Charles took very direct action. He just simply evicted them from Frogmore. And it's a reaction to the Spare. And they're committed to this course of action. What is the diamond ring? The outcome is the diamond ring. Yeah, so they've created a whole new situation for Harry and Meghan. So how bad is it? I mean, their situation, the foundation of their situation is still good. Harry is still a royal. And if he leaves Meghan, if Meghan divorces Harry, because Harry, I see in the cards that Harry is trying to stick with Meghan. And before that, Meghan was holding on to Harry. Harry was, starting to look at, oh my gosh, what are you doing to me? And now Harry is holding on to Meghan, and Meghan is the one wearing skimpy clothes in front of 89-year-old Gordon Getty and looking for her next billionaire and, out there with her feminine wiles at the advanced age of 45. Which the older you get, the less that works. And I'm a man, It's true for men as well. I mean, at a certain point, you just older, You're just older. And that's, maybe that's happening to me, even though I don't even have any gray hair yet. So, how bad is it? The situation is still solid for Harry. It's not terrible, but they're just dealing with the problem. It's not terrible, terrible, terrible. It's not the end of the world terrible. But they've really dealt with the problem. But Harry's still a royal, and he'll always be a royal. Let's look at Charles and Harry. Was this revenge for the Spare? Because this came out 24 hours after the Spare came out, and Charles is like, that's it! So, was this, how upset is Charles? Let's just look at this. Charles and Harry. Because Charles, people were starting to call Charles weak. He's not doing anything. Why doesn't he do something? Well, he did something. Boy, oh boy, did he do something. And this is ferocious. Okay, and then, the political people, the parliament, they're going to put up new cries to get rid of his title. So let's look at Charles. Oh my goodness, he is really upset. Harry, honest man. Oh my gosh, you're insane, Harry. Look at that. You're just insane, bro. You're insane. you've lost touch with reality. Okay, Harry is actually very interesting. He's permanent relationship, honest man, permanent relationship, 20, 30, 8 diamonds, everything. He's just very upset. Okay, and that's the narrative. Okay, nobody believes that crap. The narrative is, I'm a victim, Harry's a victim, he's upset, and he's just telling his truth. And that he actually swallowed that gigantic, jagged little pill. Crazy. Okay, the people who do all that stuff, who are crying racism and sexism and Antifa, anti-fascist, they know that's not true. They know that they're the opposite of what they say. And then they make excuses for why they're the opposite of what they say. But Harry he seems to really believe the lies, that he's just upset and that he's just telling his truth. Well, go into a counselor's office, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, and tell them in private where they can't tell anybody else. But that's not what he's doing. He's telling the whole world. What's up with Charles? He's absolutely devastated. But in the end, he just has to act wisely. 12, 22, plus 7, 20, 29, 8 hearts. And he has to transform these lemons, this toxic lemonade into lemons into lemonade. So he's keeping it all under wraps. He's pushing it down. But at the end of the day, he's king, and he has to do something about it, and he has to transform this situation. But he could not be more upset. So I asked, is this revenge? This is a direct reaction to the spare. Harry's pretending that he's just upset, and Charles he has to do something, and he's very, very hurt by this. And what do we have under here? Star, Bethlehem, and ruler, and this is 25 spades. He has to act to keep the royal family going. This is the ruler, the kingdom, the kingdom, and everything clear moving forward. The Star of Bethlehem, you move forward. So he has to keep everything in the clear and moving forward. But he's very devastated. So I would say this is a direct reaction to the spare. Enough is enough, and he's going to put a stop to it. So we have the very interesting allegation that it wasn't Meghan who put out all the info, blasted out William on the Rose Hanbury affair. It was Camilla, because Camilla, she's the wicked stepmother. She's very conniving. She's very backstabbing. So let's look. Was it Camilla or was it Meghan who put out the Rose Hanbury? Because inquiring minds need to know. I believe it was Meghan, but maybe it was both of them. So was it Camilla or was it Meghan? Camilla. Oh, well, we have a yes. Oh, or Meghan talking. Foundation. Oh, these cards are going to be hard to read. Big change. Might be getting out the sticks here to call, like the vice president, if it's if everybody votes equally, and then the vice president has to vote to swing it one way or the other. So maybe we'll get the sticks out to swing it. But let's see what we've got here. Camilla, ace of diamonds exposes all. We have a yes. Was it Camilla? Yes. Star Bethlehem is a scatter shot of everything. 8 and 9, 17, 5 hearts. This could say that Camilla released this information. She's the leak here. 17, 5 hearts. In reaction, Meghan, 3 blackbirds talking. They talk a lot in the foundation of the permanent family. 11, 14, 4 diamonds, 4 diamonds. Her position is very solid. 3 hearts and karmic shift. We're going to get the sticks out here. Okay, so I haven't cleared my sticks this morning. Yes, no, yes, no. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Okay, we have a yes. All right. Now let's raise this a little more. So, if you point to the left, it's Camilla. If you point to the right, who leaked the Rose Hanbury affair? Was it Camilla on the left, or was it Meghan on the right? Okay, we have Meghan. Let's ask again. Who leaked the Rose Hanbury affair with William? Was it Camilla on the left or Meghan on the right? Okay, 2 times in a row I got Meghan on the right. So Meghan on the right. Meghan is the leaker. So what do these cards say? How confusing of you. All right. So she has nothing to hide, and she's in the clear. So talking in the foundation of the permanent family. So who's talking? Meghan. Meghan is the one talking in the foundation. That was just hard to read. And a big change because of the affair. The affair caused a big change. Ace of Clubs. Message. Ace of Clubs. So it was Meghan. Interesting. Just interesting cards. The cards don't like to answer yes or no. They like to describe. And I want to look at, will Andrew move into Frogmore? Okay, because he's in the 30-room Royal Lodge living a lavish lifestyle for £1,000 £1,000 a month, which is a small 1-bedroom apartment here on 98 carefully manicured acres where he can ride horses and have, round-the-clock ridiculous security. But if he lets it go, if he lets the Royal Lodge go, he has a 75-year lease and he gets $8.9 million back that he put into it because he had to break his lease. Okay, so he gets $9 million to move into Frogmore, and that should probably tide him over. He's like, I don't know, 62, 65. So, Royal Lodge, Frogmore. Is he going to leave the Royal Lodge? I want to see him leaving the Royal Lodge. Is he going to move into Frogmore? I want to see him moving into Frogmore if he's going to. So Royal Lodge and Frogmore. Is he going to do it? Royal Lodge. Oh, he can't live there anymore. Frogmore. This is what's happening now. Oh, yeah. Because I tell you what, if somebody's going to give me $9 million to move into Frogmore, I'll do it. I'll move into Frogmore for $9 million. I'll do it. I'll bite that bullet and I'll do it. So, Royal Lodge. The way forward here is blocked. Everything has changed, and the way forward for him living at the Royal Lodge is blocked. And I also saw a news article that said he's going to move in with his ex-wife. No, Fergie, she's living with him at the Royal Lodge. He gives her a wing over there. So they're divorced, and then she moved in with him. She had all kinds of financial troubles. She got like $1 million from that guy who didn't kill himself in prison. Yuck. So, and then she ended up moving in with because they're linked. People who marry, they're linked, even though they're divorced. So it's unsustainable for him to remain at the Royal Lodge. This is an opportunity, as right now he can take direct action, and it really works out for him. 3 diamonds. 13, 16, 20, because of the problems he's facing right now. This is an immediate solution to his problems, and that really does the trick. And he's still staying on royal family properties, so the way back in, he's a son of the Queen, irregardless, and yes, the way is still open for him to come back in. Jacob's Ladder. This is a good situation going forward. So yes, I do see him taking Frogmore because he just can't afford to stay at the Royal Lodge anymore. He just can't. His income has just disappeared because he's not a royal, he's not a senior royal, and he doesn't have They took away his place at Kensington. I think it was Kensington or Buckingham, where he had a staff. They took away his staff. They took away his offices. They took away his salary. All his appearances are canceled. They took everything. Okay, and now he's involuntarily retired. So he can't afford it, and this is the solution that really works. So what do we have? How bad is it? The cards are saying it's not that bad for Harry. It looks bad, and all those things I listed, no domicile. Are they going to buy another house? I mean, that's a question for another day. He's not a counselor of state. He's not going to receive an apology. They're banned from the palace and the palace grounds. He loses additional security that he already had, and he's still suing for that. Not only did he not get more, he's getting less, but the cards are showing that Harry's situation is ultimately not that bad. He's still a royal. How upset was Charles? He couldn't be more upset. Okay, you really poked the bear one too many times. Who leaked the Rose Hanbury? My cards previously told me very clearly that it was Meghan. Okay, but we'll just ask again because he just made that accusation. The sticks very clearly pointed at Meghan 2 times. Very clear. So it was Meghan who did it, and it wasn't Camilla. She's in the clear. And I do see Andrew leaving Royal Lodge. He just simply can't afford it, and he will move to Frogmore. So don't forget to like and subscribe. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method, and I'll see you the next time.